Tonight I'm going to be tackling the new VSCode extension that CommandBox rolled out. I haven't tried it before. And I'll also be taking a look at CFFormat. Let's dive right in here. I have not even installed it yet, so you know that I'm really coming at this blind. So we'll install it. It is installed. I pulled up, I don't think I have to do anything. I pulled up the blog post where they talked about it. Obviously, I have CommandBox itself installed, so I'm able to use that. So basically, what it says that it does is it enables you to use VSCode tasks, which I haven't used before. Use CommandBox with VSCode tasks. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just set up a new project. I'll add a box.json and I'll see how that goes. So we'll hop into code. We will hop into code and let's just, can I just make a new file here? I can. Actually, I want to open the terminal because I want to, all right, so where am I in the present? Okay, so I'll have to open this up in CommandBox. We'll make a new directory. I have to give it a name. We'll call this VSCode test, and we'll cd into it, and then we'll, I guess, what do I want to install here to give it a box.json file? If I just do a package init, maybe that'll work. Package init. I think that'll just make it. It does. Okay. And now we'll open that up in VS Code. All right. So we have a box.json here. It's got a bunch of stuff. I think the section I care about is scripts. I'm going to see if I can manage this from the CLI, and I'm going to see, let me zoom in here, if I can follow zoom in even more, the instructions that they provide here. Scripts contained in the name build, compile, or watch are treated as build tasks. Any scripts defined in the box.json will be auto-detected by default and added as VS Code tasks. You can annotate VS Code task definitions in your tasks.json file using the type as CommandBox. Okay, so I don't have a tasks.json. I'll have to look into that a little bit further. To run scripts as VS Code tasks, use the tasks menu or commands. The CommandBox Script Explorer shows the CommandBox scripts found in your workplace. So I'll have to take a look at that. All right, so I need to add some scripts first. So I'm actually going to go to the CommandBox docs, and I'm going to see the scripts that we can put in that box.json, because honestly, this is just something that I haven't used much of before. Guilty. I will admit that guiltily. Oh, there we go. That's super close, but it's fine. Scripts, it's not going to be a hook script. All right, the same thing happened last week. Super annoying. All right, I need that sidebar to disappear. There we go. All right, build script. What if we just did a script that, all right, so the script is defined in here. All right, so the first thing I'm just going to do, classic hello world type stuff. So scripts are structs. I guess they have a name, and then they have what they do. I'm not going to call it build. I'm just going to call it hello. And the script itself is just going to do, it's going to say echo, echo hi. And you know what? That's good enough for me. Okay, so I wonder, did that? this command box, I don't know if you can see it, because it's behind me here. Let me slide this over so you can see it. There's this command box scripts option down here now that did not show in here before. Is that just because I'm in the box.json? Interesting. All right, so hello is showing here, and now I have an option in here to run it, and it runs executing task box run script hello. It did not like this. Interesting. What do I need to do here? I told you mistakes would be made. User local bin. Well, that's. I mean, I know I have box. Maybe I have to specify a default shell and switch that shell to be command box. Although I do have user. No, that is where my user local bin box is. I'm going to confirm this. Pretty sure that is where my command box is, but I'll just user confirm that local bin. Good old box is there. So that was right. But then it's having a hard time because I'm using JENV to manage Java. All right, well, let's go back to the package scripts here. That runs in the main terminal. So I'm assuming that CommandBox itself is running this. All right, let's hop back to the extension doc here. Extension command. Can be open or run from the Explorer. Can also be run from the editor. I don't know. That's just. I mean, I'm a settings. Oh, it just takes me to it. Well, maybe it doesn't. You know what? Let's change our. Let's just make sure this isn't like a. Well, it's okay. So I can't do that. Let's just try to do anything here. Just make something work. All right, weird. Exact users Matthew, JMV version, system bin Java. Terminal be reused by tasks. Press any key to close it. So let me just go to iTerm. Oops. Open up a new tab. Actually, let's open up a tab. It's big enough for anyone to see who's watching this. And I haven't, you know what? I haven't messed around with JEN. Oh, No Java home set. Maybe I need to set a Java. Maybe I need to set a Java home. Exact global. That's not helpful. I probably have to go to the docs for this because I don't even remember. Usage JENV. Oh, well, that's just silly. I mean, what's strange is that CommandBox itself is working. Let me. What is it? Java. Is that what they're saying? That Java home doesn't exist, and maybe that's what they're trying to use. I'm going to pull up the docs for. This may be a complication because I'm using JENV to manage my Java versions. Blah, blah, blah. It sets the Java home inside your shell in a way that can be set globally. Okay. Got it installed. No Java home set. Observe that JENV is loaded correctly, but Java is not yet installed. To make sure Java home is set, make sure to enable the export plugin, JENV enable plugin export. All right, let's. It's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've used this, so let's see. All right, you may restart your session to activate the JENV export plugin. Export plugin activated. All right, so let's just kill that one. I don't know, maybe if we reload that, let's open up. This could just be, I'm hoping this is just a weird JENV bug. Let's do doctor again. Okay, so that's set by the JENV prompt. Probably set. It's not encouraging. Oh, so I need, what I want to do with this here, I want to set a global Java home so that I don't need to set this in every directory. With macOS OpenJDK 11.0, to install any of these commands will add that as a valid JDK. Observe now. Okay, so let's do this. Didn't think I'd be exploring this right now, but all right, versions set by Matthew JENV. So yeah, I'm using the system one as default. Set a global version. Okay. Setting a shell version. All right. Blah, 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 blah. All right. I mean, I didn't really change anything here, so I don't imagine this is going to change anything with VS Code. But maybe it will. No. Is this the... I'm going to look in there and see what is in that folder that they're referencing there. So that's in me.jenv versions. I mean, I assume that this is just a system's not there. Okay. I would have thought that that would have been a symlink to the system version. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Never a dull moment. All right. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, that's not okay. So is this a thing? It's not. Yeah. Okay, I understand why that's not working. Did I update JENV recently? 16 releases. Last one was on February 8th of 2019. JENV version. No, that's not what I wanted to see. NV dash version 0524 with a thing there. AF98D78. No, that looks right. AF89D78. Oh no, interesting. All right. Should I find that too? Maybe I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna look at reinstalling this. I'm really frustrated because this is not where I thought I would end up getting. This is not where I thought I would end up getting stuck. All right. Let's do this whole. Let's do this whole dance again. I turn. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna remove that directory. Sometimes a hammer works, and I don't know if it's gonna work in this case, but you know, not like I'm using this all the time right now, obviously. Okay, yes, we can do this for now. All right, here. Okay, so that's a later version. We will do JENV doctor. Is it on the screen? I can't tell. Okay, Java binary path is not in the sims, but check your path. Try using path to Java home. Whoa. Okay, we're gonna hop back to the docs here. Restart your shell by closing and reopening the terminal window. Okay. All right. So those are the errors. Running back to the whole install process here. Okay. Still no good. Okay. Use JENV add to inform JENV of where your Java environment is located. It does not by itself install Java. Use brooded, blah, blah, blah. I wonder if something got messed up when I updated to Catalina. That would be unsurprising to me. Okay. So, okay, you know what? I have this is annoying. I have Java, which I used to install a variety of versions of Java. So I'm going to move, okay, let's zoom in here. Okay. So should JENV pick up my local version? That's what's bothering me right now. I thought user bin Java. So Java versions. Okay. So I guess I have to do JENV add for that. With macOS open to the okay, that would be there. All right, so I am gonna do, let's just do this. Probably could have done this before. JENV add. That's not what I expected. Do I have to do it? Oh, that's if I'm using Brew. Let me make sure that that's user bin Java is where Java actually is on my machine. User bin user bin Java is a symlink to system. I mean, like, that's annoying. Really deep nested thing. All right, let's go. So what did I do here? With Java, I can install a bunch of versions. That's fine. JENV for per directory assignments. Oh my God, this zoom in, zoom out thing is like really wigging me out. Add the system. Oh, okay. Let me see. All right. So this is what I don't know if you can see this here. Oh my gosh, Zoom's killing me. This is what I did when I first installed this, which was in May, a year ago. So I'm gonna hop in and see if this path is library Java still a thing, or did it get moved? Library, maybe it got moved around, or maybe this would still work. Java virtual machine. Oh, there it is. Okay. I haven't updated this in a while. It's actually the same. All right, let's try this. Oh my goodness, it's killing me. Okay. All right. So now, after all of that mess, we got VS Code. I'm gonna kill this. You know, I'm gonna quit VS Code, and then I'll reopen it. Just to make sure, I don't know, any changes get picked up. All right, we have the box.json. I saved that stuff in it, right? Where's my scripts? Hello just runs an ls. All right, so can I run it? I can't. Huh. After all of that. All right, so next step debugging this is going to be to add a different version of Java. Now, I'm assuming, all right, so let's see if Java still works here. It's not going to work in there. I'm going to point my system to a different version of okay. So what can I do? Java install OpenJDK at 11.0. All right. Let's see. Reading an old blog posts. I guess there's worse things to do. It means I wrote it down the first time. Okay. OpenJDK at, isn't that? I thought that was the Java install command. Java ls-remote. Okay, this might be the issue. I have to give it permission. It's okay, little snitch. OpenJDK at oh, that's actually the latest. Okay, interesting. I don't know if I have this one installed or not, but Java install OpenJDK at, I don't know why it added all that stuff there. Java ls. Okay, so I've got OpenJDK at 11.02. So I gotta look at more of these Java commands. Okay, so it installs them to the slug name in, all right. Okay. Oh, that's how you, oh, okay, that was how you do the custom version. I do need to get a custom one there. Let's see if I switch. Okay. JENV add. I wonder if I can, is it going to give me code completion here? JENV add. User map to Java. I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to look. JDK, that's right. And we will go with that one, sure. And I'm assuming I have to go to the home directory there. And then let's see if I can set that. Let's see if I can set. I don't want that to be my. Yes, Java home is set to a valid shim directory, unlike the main repository document. Export plugin. All right. Java version, okay. It's using that 11.0.2. I'm assuming that this is still not going to work. And oh, this is so frustrating. Executing task box run script hello world user local bin box line 87. I wonder. I'm not even going to get to CF format tonight, which is really frustrating. What if, okay, I'm just going to try switching the shell here. You know, I had, let's, sure, I'll switch to CSH, doesn't matter. Kill it. Run. At one point, I had added CommandBox as one of my shells here. Obviously, that didn't stick. Huh. I don't know if this is on macOS. It sets the Java home for GUI applications using the JENV macOS. Integrates this tutorial to create a file that does not update automatically depending on setting a shell Java version. It's for the particular shell. Okay, so let's just see. There's multiple things going on here. JENV could not find a specified service. So let me just, if I open up a new terminal window here myself, new terminal, and I type in Java version. Ooh, weird. Okay. Let's do this with bash. The default interactive shell is now CSH. I definitely already did this. Java -- version. Isn't that what it is? It's not just version. Something is weird. I believe I've already done this, but yeah, because that was my shell. All right. We'll stick with CSH. I like CSH. We'll close everything there. We're going to open up a new terminal. New terminal. Java. Which Java? So it seems like somehow VS Code is having a problem running my version of Java, and I don't exactly know why. These are the problems from before. These are different problems. That's fine. Okay. All right, let's just do a random search here. Can't run Java in VS Code terminal. See if I'm alone. Am I alone? All right. Is it? I could be this dumb. I might be this dumb. Is it just dash version and that? It is. Oh, okay. All right. So this is not using my global version of Java. It's not recognizing what let's just do that. All right, so that worked. And now if I no, still no go. Oh my gosh. Terminal will be reused by task. Press any key and close. Okay. JENV versions. Set by that. Yep. Run and debug Java in Visual Code. I'm not actually trying to do any of this stuff. I don't think I need the VS Code Java pack. So that's not what I'm trying to do. Let's see. I'm DuckDuckGoing. Let's see if Google gives me anything that's more helpful. Running Java code. No. Ugh. Something is up. All right. Well, if I wanted to add, how did I do this? Terminal. Configure tasks. Command. Well, I already have. Type CommandBox. What is this? Well, whatever it is, it's not helpful. New terminal, split terminal. Select the default shell brings me up there. It's not what I wanted. Add, not what I wanted. Split pane, not what I wanted. Full screen, also not what I wanted. All right, I'm gonna kill VSCode again. I mean, all right. Well, let's my bash RC. Let's open up that just to make sure there's nothing weird in my bash RC or my ZSH RC. I'm including JENV, and I'm running JENV init when it starts, and I've got Java in there too. I mean, I could always in a second. I'm just going to remove JENV and see if there's some setting with that that's just the problem. When you next open a shell or terminal with this version of Java will be the default on macOS. This sets Java Home for GUI applications on macOS using JENV macOS Java Home. Let me just see if this is what this is saying. 11.0.2. Oops. All right, we're going to reopen code. No, I'll do it through here. We will open up code for the third time, because the third time is the charm. Third time's the charm. Run hello. No go. Wow. I'm going to be honest. It's the most depressing live stream I've ever done. All right, we're going to kill JENV. I'm going to remove it from my bash RC. Oops, don't want to, nice. Don't want to open that so you can see it. Sorry. We will remove JENV from there. We won't run JENV init. We'll save that and close it. I'm just going to kill the JENV directory. I can always install that at another time. I'm going to quit VS Code. I am going to quit CommandBox. And I will source my bash RC. Actually, I'm just going to make a new shell here. All right. I think I may have closed the wrong one. All right. Here we go. Okay, so that wiggle slash. Yeah, let's see. that's in my ZSH? You know what? Maybe that was part of the problem when I reinstalled it. Maybe that got messed up. Because that was supposed to be in my bash RC and certainly not in both. That may have caused problems. Right. Yeah, I did not want these in here. Interesting. Actually, they should have been here twice, so that's even worse. Get rid of those. Try this again. All right, so if we do Java version, we'll be back at the system version. If I do echo Java home, I guess it's not set. Assume that CommandBox is still running fine. It is. So I'm going to CD into that VSCode test. And I will open it up in code. We got our CommandBox scripts. We got hello. And if we run it, it doesn't break. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if you're trying out the VS Code extension and it's being a little weird running the scripts, if you're like me, it may be because of some issue with the JENV install if you're using that to manage your Java versions. Aside from this screencast, I will go sort out why that was being weird and test it. But as of now, we've been going 42 minutes, and all I've been able to do is to run an ls command, which is kind of depressing. But nevertheless, we will push on. So hello, I'm using CommandBox here, so I can say echo. Can I say echo hi? I will try to say echo hi. Run that. Executes it. A little bit of a lag here, but is running it. Echoes hi. Terminal will be reused. Super cool. What was that other? Where is that other script it's talking about? Test box, runner, default. Don't need any of these. Okay, is this just out of date? Refresh. Where is it seen? Maybe this is just a default install. CommandBox installs a default command to install any dependencies. I don't have any, so that doesn't do anything. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we have, all right, hello. Now, one of the things, so I have, this is how I was going to tie these two together. I have CFFormat installed, but I have not configured it or run it on anything. And I feel, you know what, I feel bad giving it a little short shrift being here at minute 44 of what was a less than exciting live stream, but I still, for my own sake, want to work through it. So I'm going to run through the settings here. CFFormat settings can't be resolved because that's not the end of the command. CFFormat settings wizard. This is what I wanted to do. So I heard that they had this because there's so many options. So I'm going to run through it myself. All right, let me show you how to get started with your CFFormat settings. I'll show you examples of each formatting option. You choose the one you prefer. The default values for each setting are pre-entered. At the end, I'll generate a CFFormat.json for your project. Sound good? Sounds awesome. All right. When true, CFFormat will attempt to align consecutive variable assignments, name functions, call arguments. All right. I know a lot of people like this. I don't feel particularly strongly about it, but it's kind of cool. I'm going to say yes for this project. try to align the attributes of consecutive params. Sure. Attempt to align the attributes of consecutive props. So these are all, you know what, if it's generally I don't do this in my own code, but if the linter will do it for me, I think I might be fine with that. When true, empty arrays are padding with a space. No, definitely not. Definitely don't pad them with a space. When an array has this number of elements or more printed onto multiple lines, the default is 4. I like that. All right, whether using a leading comma, definitely false. You could definitely get into a lot of very opinionated battles here. There's probably 1,000 settings, so I'm sorry you're seeing me walk through them, but you'll know what CFFormat has to offer. Whether to insert a space after leading commas. All right, so looking at those. What in the world is going on here? Whether to insert a space after leading commas when an array is printed on multiple lines. Well, since my commas are going to be on the other side, I don't think that should really matter. But I'll just go with the default. No matter how many elements an array has, if it is shorter than this length, keep it on one line. No matter how many elements an array has. Oh, interesting. Wow, a lot of fine-grained control there. When true, non-empty arrays are padded with spaces. I've gone back and forth on this one. I'm going to say pad them with spaces. Whether to pad binary operators with spaces. Yeah, I think it's easier to read. When true, bracketed accessors are padded with spaces. Yeah, I think pad them with spaces. Yeah. Oh, long one. Comment asterisk. When enabled, if every line after the first of a block of comments starts with a star, it will be aligned. Setting this to ignored means no alignment will be done. Align, indent, ignored. I prefer, I'm just going to stick with a line there. Not sure it matters. When true, insert a space after for loop, semicolons. Yes. There's an unbelievable number of settings here. I feel like there's probably way more to go, but I'm still intrigued by what these options are. If you were considering using this, I mean, obviously you'd spend the time and go through it yourself as well. Pad anonymous, no, definitely not. How to space from the anonymous function parameter. All right, so this I've gone both ways. I've gone on so many different approaches to this. I am not consistent. I don't think there needs to be a space though. When an anonymous function declaration has this number of parameters fluid out to multiple lines. 4. Yeah, I like that. Whether to use a leading comma. No, I'm definitely false on that. Whether to insert a, so yeah, I'm just gonna go with the default. No matter how many parameters, 40, that's the same. Whether to pad anonymous function declarations. Yeah, let's pad them. Format's built-in function call casing. Function call casing dot built-in. Oh. Yeah, I'm going CFDocs with that. Format's user-defined function call casing. The default is to leave as is. Alternatives are to always capitalize the first letter. Ignored camel. I camel. When true, function calls with no arguments. Can you read this on the screen? I could probably get even closer. hopefully. When true, function calls with no arguments are padded with a space. No. When a function calls this many, yep, sounds good. That's definitely false. It's fine. It's the same thing. I do want them padded. Yeah, don't pad them if there's none. How to space from the function parameters to the function block. Spaced, compact, yeah, compact. Sure, definitely false. No matter how many parameters a function declaration has, if it can be printed on this many columns or less, keep them on one line. I think this is one that I might come back and adjust, but I'll stick with the default. It's nice that the defaults are provided. Whether to pad, yeah, do pad them. Each indent level or tab is equivalent to this many spaces. I'm definitely more of a 2. Unfortunately, I think people hate me for that. Spacing for keywords following a block. If, okay. Definitely spaced. Whether to pad empty keyword groups. I don't know why that would exist. So I will go with false. Spacing from a keyword group to the following block. If true, this one, yeah, this one I'm not consistent on. I think I'm gonna have to go spaced. Whether to pad inside non-empty keyword groups. Yeah, I do pad there. Spacing from a keyword to the following block. Usually spaced. Whether to space a keyword from following group. So this is one I've not been consistent on. I kind of like, you know what? I kind of like false here. When rendering a delimited item, struct array, function call, function declaration parameters, this is the maximum number of columns to render on one line before splitting the elements into multiple lines. I'm not sure what this is referring to, so I will just roll with it. 4 seems to be the right number, 40 seems to be the right number. When a method call chain has this many method calls, split them onto multiple lines. A method call chain. I kind of like that, sure. The new line characters to use, yeah, stick with the OS. Whether to pad the contents of a group. Yeah, pad them. Multiple lines. It's got 4 properties. 40 is fine. Whether to use single or double quotes for attribute values. If set to ignores, it leaves them as is. I wish I was more consistent with this. I prefer single unless I need double for some reason. Again, I prefer single unless I need double for some reason. Whether to convert the quote character for strings that contain quotes within them. Whether to convert the quote character for strings that convert nested quotes. Don't convert nested quotes. I feel like don't convert nested quotes. Yeah. When true, non-empty structs do not pad empty structs. So we're working on with the structs here. That's definitely false. These are the same. Yeah, I pad my structs with spaces. I don't know. I think it makes it more readable. Um, should struct keys be quoted? Yeah, pretty much always. Um, the key value separator, it must contain either, yeah, it's going to be a quote. I think I'm quote space. I like that. Whether to indent using tab characters or not. Ooh, let's start a war here. We're going to go with false, I guess. Oh, nice. Wow. Haha, made it to the end of the list. All right. I've saved them to CFFormat.json. Awesome. Okay, so I have a CFFormat.json file now, and CFFormat has what commands run, which formats tags and components and checks to see if they're. So what I was, I mean, I'm gonna wrap this up soon because we're going super long here. What I was wondering was, okay, so I have these scripts here. I don't necessarily want CFFormat running all of the time. Oh, I wonder. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get enough stuff done here. Okay, so let's call this run format, and that will be CFFormat Run, and then we'll have a script for check. Now, let me hop back to iTerm here. CFFormat Run. I wonder if does by default it just take the current working directory? Running CFFormat on multiple files will overwrite your component. No. CFFormat. Well, I don't have any CFM files in here, so nothing checked. So if I did CFFormat Run on everything, yes, you can just continue because there's nothing there. What I wasn't interested in is I guess there's probably no way for me to tell VSCode to just check the file that I'm currently in. I need to look more into VSCode tasks. Run active file. What does that do? Apparently nothing here. Run task. Well, CommandBox hello doesn't even exist there anymore. All right, so for now, this is good enough. I have CFFormat Run and CFFormat Check. They're going to just run in the current directory. Do I need a force command for run? Probably. CFFormat Run. Dash, there's no force. Oh, that's kind of annoying. CFFormat Run. CFFormat Run dot CFC. CFFormat Run. I thought I could pass in a globbing pattern to that. CFFormat Run help. I always look to the help. Path, settings path, overwrite. Print the time formatting took to console. Format CFM files as well as CFC, preferably on pure CFMLC. Yeah. So maybe it's the overwrite flag. CFFormat Run overwrite. I mean, I wouldn't do this in the wild, but okay, so it's overwrite equals true. Here's the last thing I'm going to check. We're going to add overwrite equals true to this task. Oops. Refresh these. I really don't want this one. Whatever. And I'm going to grab, I'll just grab something from GitHub, something that I've pushed up here, like PDFbox and PDFbox.cfc, and we'll get the raw, and we'll just stick this in the directory touch test.cfc, and we'll open that up. So if I was working on this, I could hop over here. Well, actually, I could close the sidebar. And what would I do? Command-Shift-P, task, run. I guess I would do run task, CommandBox. Well, those aren't. CommandBox. Oh, nice. Check format. And then what's it going to say? Continue without scanning the task output. Never scan the task output for this task. Never scan. I mean, I do want to see that. It doesn't give me a lot of helpful options there. Learn more about scanning the task output. All right, I'm not reading all these docs here since it's been over an hour. And I think I want to wrap this up soon. So I will just run this manually. Check format, runs it, and tells me what? It failed. The following files did not match. Oh, you know, I don't have like I don't have this in Git. I can't tell what actually would get changed. You know, for the sake of just playing a little bit more of CFFormat, I will just quickly turn this into a Git repository so I can see the changes that it makes. Git init, git add all, git commit dash, git commit initial, doesn't matter, initial commit. Okay, so it's committed. So now in here, if I ran run format, I would put a warning there that it was like deadly changing things. So it's formatting test.cfc. That output came out. And if I hop into iTerm, I can run a git diff, move this over. You're not going to be able to see this terribly clear. Can I zoom in here for you? I can. So a lot of changes here, but let's see what it did. Nicely formatted my asterisks and hints. Adjusted spacing with that. Did it? I think it tried to. Oh, it tried to align the equal signs for this var and this variable. A lot of work with the hints. Consistent spacing with the ifs. Put the if and the throw on the same line. That's interesting. That I want to learn more about. Adjusted the spacing to align. Aligning the equal signs is a bit much for me. So I really like this project. I feel like I'd need to use it carefully and piece by piece, especially for established projects. I mean, if I started out a project with it, I think I'd be pretty comfortable. But for larger projects, I'd obviously want to just work my way through it, you know, one file at a time. Maybe as I was working on commits for a file, I could format it according to my preferences and then roll it out there. But I'm glad I went through those settings and got to see what it looked like. That was really, I mean, my goal was to be able to do something along those lines. I think I was hoping I'd be able to get a little bit more creative, but because I spent 35 minutes debugging JENV, that put me a little bit behind the 8 ball. But at a minimum, I like this extension, and I'm intrigued at the possibilities of doing some kind of neat stuff with the running CommandBox out of these and just having them accessible to run right here. Honestly, I think the real problem here is that I don't use the box JSON scripts to the extent that I could, and they seem like a really powerful tool. Integrating them with CommandBox, with VS Code, makes them even better. That's it. Way longer than I wanted to be. So, good night.